Everybody, it's Sherry. Welcome to the Rustic South. Today we're going to make a Mother's Day or a centerpiece for your table using this bag from Dollar Tree. To me, of course, it turns out really cute. I hope you guys love it. You could put Happy Mother's Day on it. You could use it just as a centerpiece. You don't have to put, the sign that I put on it, the name tag. So anyway, so I'm measuring this center part here, and it's 7 5/8 inch long by, I believe it was 1.5 inches wide. Now for me, I'm going to take cardboard. I'm cutting out, you see me here, I cut 4 of them. I tried to cut most of that video out because I have 2 of these to make, but so I put one on each side to cover up the strip on both sides. And I take off the paper off the front of the cardboard because I only want to see nothing but the variegation. The variegated, the wavy, the in the middle, right? And I also spray it with water to help it come loose easier. Okay, so I'm going to make a custom color to paint this because I wanted kind of that bluish look for it. So I take Waverly's celery, which mine is very old and almost dried up, so I had to add water to it. And then I took a Crafter's Collection Agène Azur, I think is how you pronounce that. And I mixed those together. I don't have any measurements of how much color I used. I just put it all in the celery bottle, which mine was, I would say it's half empty, half full, however you look at it. So that's what I did with mine. And it turned out a really pretty, kind of like a robin egg blue, I think is kind of the color that it looks like on screen. It turned out really pretty, the color. And then of course we're going to distress it with some distressed oxide and some antiquing wax by Waverly. Okay, so you see me, I painted it, I let it dry, which is soaked into that cardboard very fast. And then I took some water and kind of wiped away some of it because I still want to see some of the cardboard through. I like to see the cardboard through it. Okay, and so here I'm taking the purse, if you will, the bag that looks like a purse, and we're grunging it with our ink pads. And we're going to use distressed oxide on the outside. On the inside of the handles, you'll see shortly, I use the antiquing wax by Waverly to disguise all that white that's on the inside handles. And on the ends of the bag, I use the Waverly antiquing wax on it. As long as you don't use an abundant amount of this, it dries just fine on there. I mean, you could coat it with Mod Podge if you want to, but I do not see the need for it. It did not come off on my hands. I did not have it that thick on there, okay? So I really don't see the need to have to, put any kind of coating on it. Okay, in a little bit, I think in the next frame, you'll see we're going to glue down that centerpiece. So here we're going to grunge it up a little. We're going to age up that blue. Now see, I mean, it actually is kind of dark in that picture before I aged it, right? It dried much darker than it was when it was wet. So, if you guys want to put like a pink or a green in place of the blue strip, or if you, just want to get this bag. Now, I did get this bag at Dollar Tree, okay? This bag came from Dollar Tree. I do not think they have any more of them right now, and I apologize for not getting this video out earlier, but I believe that they have these when it gets closer to Mother's Day. I believe they will have these out again, okay? If you happen to buy one of these, this is a good use or reuse of it if you actually bought it for maybe Easter or for Valentine's Day. So I have had this bag for about a month. So I do apologize for getting this out early, but I thought this would be a really good Mother's Day kind of gift, or a centerpiece for your kitchen table. So yeah, so I do put this on both sides, but we're only going to decorate one side. I mean, I cover up the center on both sides, but I only decorate with some ribbon or bow and a little piece of a jewelry on one side, okay? Because unless you're going to see it from both sides, you might want to do both. But if not, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, also I really wanted to play around with putting lace on this. If you wanted to put lace down the center of this, maybe paint that center part a different color, and then maybe put lace under it, or paint the lace, dye the lace a different color, would be really cute. The lace was cute on it, but it was covering up too much of the cardboard effect that I wanted to put on it. So anyway, I know you guys are creative. You can come up with something if you want, if you want to make this or change it up, if you have one of these bags, or if you find something. I don't know, you could do this kind of thing with a box too, right? You could cut a handle in the top of a box if you happen to have a box that's not too wide, right? Because this is kind of a different craft for me, because I don't really do fake flowers. I don't have them in my house. I don't really buy fake greenery of any kind. I mean, I used to, but I don't anymore. But I know this kind of spoke to me when I saw it, that I thought maybe it would be cute for Mother's Day. So there it is, grunged up. Now see, I cut out the center handles there. See, I cut out the white part, and we will be grunging that handle and sanding down the middle where we're going to be putting that cardboard, just so it sticks better. There is some glitter on that, on one side of this. There's glitter where you see what looks like a stone there. There's glitter on that, so we do need to. It's probably fine if you don't. I did sand it off. So, but back to the greenery. You guys, I don't know, a lot of people buy greenery. I see greenery on a lot of other creators' channels. So, I know somebody's buying greenery. There's a, Hobby Lobby has like, what, 4 rows of it, 5 rows of it, right? So, yeah, somebody's buying greenery. So, and the greenery that I'm going to be using today, that you're going to see, that we're going to put in this, is from Walmart. I am not a fan of the greenery at Dollar Tree for the most part. The colors of their flowers, most of the time, I do not care for. And I looked the other day, and instead of just going to another Dollar Tree, I was like, forget it, I'm just going to Walmart anyway. So I'll purchase it at Walmart, because I actually saw some that I had in mind at Walmart, and when Dollar Tree didn't have anything that looked like it, I decided, never mind, I would just go back to Walmart. Now, I did spend $13 on the greenery that I'm putting in the bag, but I did not use all of one of them, so I think they were like $2 a piece, and then I bought one that was larger, which I think was like $4. I think that was, I think I bought 1, 2, 3, 4. I either bought 5 or 6 things of greenery. Okay, so as you see me on the, I'm putting the antiquing wax on the sides. They're from Waverly. I'm painting it on the inside. You see the flap there that sticks out on the edge. I'm putting it on the back side of the handles, the top of the purse, and I'm also putting it on the ends of the bag because you can't have that bright white floral on the ends if you've distressed the front and the back of the bag. See how white it is? It's pretty white. It's beautiful. I mean, it's really cute. The colors are actually cute. But it won't go in my house just because everything else is dark, right? It would stand out like a sore thumb. So here I'm measuring. I'm going to make it like a button of sorts or some sort of little piece for the front of the purse to put on that strip. And I'm showing you I'm making it 1 inch long. I think this strip is, I would say, maybe 2 inches, 2.5 at the most, maybe. I thought I measured the other way too, but I don't believe I show it too. So it's about 1 inch by 2 inches, I would say. It looks like it's about doubled for the length. Okay, so now we're going to paint it white and then distress it, give it all kinds of yummy goodness for the grunge. Now the one part of the bag we did not grunge do anything to is the bottom bag, the bottom side of the bag. I didn't do anything on the bottom. And I didn't do anything to the entire inside, just the top, just the very top portion, right? Which you end up not even seeing anyway once the flowers get in there, but you never know, right? You never know if you're going to see it. So it's better off to be safe. Okay, so you see some stuff here on my table. I have a couple of keys and a couple of stars. Those are from Dollar Tree. I know you guys have probably seen them. And it's in their little wood section or their crafting section. I end up not using either one of them. The key I thought was cute, but when I ended up putting the tag on the bag with the rose, the key I couldn't figure out what to do or where to put it, so I didn't use the key or the star. But if you have any kind of embellishments, yeah, maybe try to work it into this. So yeah, so I'm painting this, and you'll see me in a second. So we grunge it, right? And then I punch a hole in the middle of it because I want it to look more like a square button. But then I was like, well, okay, what am I going to here? So I was like, okay, so I'm right, never mind, the punched hole. So you skip that part unless you're going to just leave it that way. To me, it needed something instead of just leaving it a hole there. It just seemed odd to me after I did it. And I was like, oh, well, I already did it, and I didn't want to make another one because I liked the coloring that I had on it. So I decided to throw an old piece of a bracelet that I think my mother had. That little stone in the middle, it is off of a bracelet that had broke. It was a stretchy bracelet. See, there's a key. I'm still trying to figure out where to put this key. So here I'm cutting a piece of that is not homespun. That is one of those fat squares, I think is what they're called, or a yard, whatever they're called from Joann's, the squares that they sell. It's a piece of one of those that I cut off, and I grunged it on the front and back with my distressed oxide. You can see it is not cream, it's kind of nasty dirty. And I do change the location of this bow. At first I put it there, and I actually hang the key from it. Excuse me. But after looking at it, I kept thinking that the top the top over the card where we put the cardboard needed something. It was missing something. And I kept trying to figure out what to put there. I couldn't figure it out. So I decided that the bow was going to look best. And I also should not have glued that on until the very end. That should have been the last thing I actually put on right before the bow. Because when I put it there and then I was playing around, and of course it was in the wrong spot for some stuff I was playing around. Okay, so here, now we have it. So there you see the bow. I put the bow in the middle instead of on the handle where I had it. Now if you like those messy bows, you could put one on there, right? You could hang it from the handle or put it in the middle where we put it. That would be cute. You know, I was actually contemplating making one of those because I'm not really a messy bowl kind of maker, but I thought it would be cute on this. All right, so here I'm going to show you the flowers. So here's this flower. Let me focus here for a minute. I think these are peonies. I tried to get it closer. I think I get it closer. Yeah, those are a peony pick from Walmart, which I think these are all like $2, I think these are. And then this is, what is this? Wildflower pick. Okay, so I bought 2 peonies and 3, I think I bought 2 peony picks, 2 wildflower, and then this big one here, which I think is a ranunculus. A mini ranunculus bush. I think it says bush or pick. So yeah, so those are that's what I bought at Walmart just this week, just on Monday. Okay, so I know they have them, and so in the bag, I stuffed the bottom so I didn't have to put so much of the foam, and then so take my advice on this: leave the foam out of the bag. Stick your flowers in. You'll see me in a second. I take it out because it's more difficult than it looks, because it's kind of, you know, kind of hard to do. So here I'm going to take it out, stick all the flowers in it, and then put it right back in the bag. It's so much easier, okay? So if you're a person that likes symmetry, then you go symmetrical with all of your flowers in here. You're not going to see me do symmetrical for the most part. I do some, but I'm not totally have to make everything symmetrical. So yeah, so I cut all the flowers off the picks, and then I'm just sticking them in. You know, you probably don't even need that brown, paper that I put on top of the foam, the shredded stuff. You probably don't even need that because you can't even see through all the greenery that's in these flowers anyway. So you don't even need that, right? So yeah. Okay, so there's the arrangement, and now I have to make a tag, right? I wasn't going to, and then I decided I needed to make a tag. So I'm just rubbing it on my brown ink pad, and then I'm going to rough up the edges with that little tool. And then once you do that, you need to rub it back on there again, because it's going to be all nice and white where you just rubbed it all. So yeah, run it back on your ink pad to grunge it up some more. And then I put Happy Mother's Day, but you don't have to put Happy Mother's Day. You could put anything on it, right? So that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I think it turned out really cute. It's not usually my style, but it turned out really cute, and I actually am going to give it to my mother for Mother's Day. So I hope you enjoy it. Please consider subscribing and sharing with your friends and hitting the like button, would you? It would help my channel out immensely. And please come back for the next video. Thank you for stopping by. See you next time.